Even with Escape from Tarkov's Arena's recent release date of December 17th, 2023, it has left many Tarkov enjoyers, me included, questioning the future of the game and if it has one at all. I go by Hazard Rain on all my social media, and today I decided to give my 2 cents on Arena and its current state. Before we get into it, I want to preface this video by saying at the time of making this video, I have a little over 200 games played on Arena and just under 2,000 hours on EFT. I am not an expert on video game development, nor do I know the ins and outs of the creation of Arena. I only intend to give my opinion on some of the decisions that BSG made and some of the changes that I and a lot of the Tarkov community would love to see.
Pick up that BS AK.
Behind you.
Nice. He said behind you, I said it.
Now, I don't think it'd be fair to focus on the bugs and exploits and issues that Arena has at this time just because it's Tarkov. Pretty much with every wipe that normal Tarkov has had, there's been tons of server issues and bugs within the game that are some new, some have been around for a while, and I don't think Arena is any different. So I don't want to focus on that too much. We're aware they exist. It is what it is. Hopefully they, with the recent patches that are coming, we're going to see some changes. But I do want to talk about the release of Arena and how poorly it went. A lot of people had EOD pretty much when it was first released, and there were some people who pre-ordered Arena as soon as pre-order was available, and they were not getting Arena before people who got EOD after them or pre-ordered after them. I think it was very disappointing. Even like myself, I had EOD, not like others who got it when it first came out. However, I had EOD before a lot of my friends, and a lot of my friends were getting Arena before I did, which to me didn't make sense because had they gone with the way that they planned to release Arena, this wouldn't have been an issue. So, however, here we are. It is what it is. I believe at this point, we're getting close to a month. Everybody has Arena. I just think it's something that they need to focus on and become better at releasing, just because there's lots of wipes to come. I'm assuming a lot of more changes to come, and overall the community deserves a better release. I would say BSG did a good job with the maps that Arena released with. Of course, people have their complaints and their preferences and changes that they want to come to these maps. However, overall, I think they did a good job. Some of the complaints being that Sawmill is pretty ratty, Equator's too small. Again, I think depending on the kit that you're picking, each map has its purpose. Of course, I don't prefer that, to deal with campers and, very small maps against SMGs. However, again, depending on the tree you selected, you have a map to pick from, and I think that's a good thing. Continuing along the topic of new maps, along with an update that we're getting here soon, we are going to get the new map coming as well called Chop Shop. I'm very excited to see that. Looks like there's some dark areas there, but as far as the update goes, there is plenty to be expected here from Tarkov. They do mention some of balancing that's going to be coming to the game when it comes to the rank system. And just making it overall a little bit easier for you to use certain presets with low tier ammo, not having to deal with so many players using high tier kits with high tier ammo, making it much more difficult for you to get wins and higher XP, if you're being matched with these sort of players. I think that there is some changes that could be done to the game that weren't included in the patch notes. If you want to pause it and take a look at those patch notes that Arena is coming out with, go ahead and do so. However, there's some things that I wish they would change. For example, I think some other streamer or Tarkov content creator mentioned is one of the small things of selecting presets. You have an additional 90 seconds to select these presets. I think it's unnecessary. I think while we're matching or before we match, we can have to select start to pick a map, and then at that point we can select the preset we're going in with, and then it can sort of match us from there, knowing what presets we're selecting, which would make overall the balancing be much easier. Another issue being something as simple as the armbands. I feel like we should always be blue and the other team should always be red. It makes things a lot less confusing, a lot less TKs, and overall I just think it's a much more reasonable change that shouldn't be too difficult to do. I'm excited for the future of Arena. I know PSG has a lot more up their sleeve. Like we've seen with Tarkov, with patch 14, a lot of refreshing new mechanics and systems that are really good to see, just like the vaulting, armor system, recoil system, shoulder transitioning. It's getting us closer to that sort of 1.0 status that Nikita wants to be at, with the finished product kind of out of beta, and a lot of those mechanics can be and are being implemented into Arena just slowly. We're still seeing the old, or rather last wipes pain effect in Arena, as opposed to the new pain effect that's in Tarkov. However, we did get the new recoil system in Arena and some other changes. Something that I feel needs to be changed ASAP is the audio system. It's fucking trash. The announcer's way too loud, footsteps are way too quiet. And for the sake of everyone playing this game, that should get done soon. However, time will tell. I think they'll get to it soon. I'm hopeful, and I have faith in them to get it done and get it done right. But again, time will tell. Let me know in the comments what you think I missed, or any changes and ideas that I did not mention that you think would be a good addition to the game. I would love to read them, and any sort of support helps as well. If you can like and share this video, would help me tremendously. If you stuck around to the end of the video, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something, and if you didn't, or you disagree with something, feel free to let me know that as well in the comments. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.